Welcome to Big Braids and Crypto. I'm your host, Mr. Big Braids, coming to you live from Reservation Somewhere. We're going to continue with ALCX. And it looks like it's sitting at 354 right now. It looks like it did have that scenario where it came back under the 786. It looks like it's basically, just basically hanging in there. Uh, if I was to adjust it along, it's probably right along the 786 right now, just by looking at it. But I mean, these are so hard to get. The ones that just now basically either get listed, and you can always find a fid line on them, but they're just difficult to do. And just by looking at the pattern, you can really actually when you've looked at grids so long, you see, because I always look for the sales. I'm always looking for the best possible sale. So as far as this goes, ALCX, it's looking like it's got a pretty decent downtrend. It's looking for the floor, and when it hits the floor and where it's at, that remains to be seen. But I'm still looking at the way it's setting itself up at for a dip down to 315. And if it does continue to go any lower, 223 is low price for it. That would be a great possible area for accumulation, buy-in, because that's, if this is where it started at. If ALCX just basically started this year, then that's you know how low can it go? That remains to be seen. It looks like it's trying to find the floor now. So for those of you that are in it, we could probably get some action here, and then it's some up. But as far as BTC affecting it, there's a good possibility it could affect it, especially if BTC does decide to dip down to 54,000. This basically could get them. It just seems like it's just kind of hanging in there. So a good little. This is what I'm looking for, just seriously. But is it going to get there? It just remains to be seen. So for whoever's in there, who's ever rolling in ALCX, I know we had a few people comment about it, and I'm interested to see where this goes. Is this sucker going to come back up to 545 and go beyond? Interesting to see. But this is just not financial advice. These are my opinions on the market, and they should only be viewed as such. And you always got to do what's right for you. But yeah, price target 200 still. You could probably get some consolidation sideways, and then some oomph after we figure out what BTC's done. So just keep an eye on BTC. If it decides to do the dip you down to 54,000, expect some decent sales. And then if it just decides to rip up to 75,000, you can also look for a little bit of pullback too. So I'm still looking for some decent sales in the next couple of days. But once BTC starts moving, a lot of these coins are going to start moving too. So get your game plan straight, figure out where you're going to go, and look at what coins are doing what and where they're at, and just keep an eye on the market right now, because we've been on this bearish trend since November 9th. So it's getting to the nitty gritty, and it's gonna let us know what it's going to do here anytime. So but that's fingers crossed. So we're all riding this train together. So yeah, I'm right here with you guys. But yeah, that's just the outlook on ALCX, and it's 355. That's, for me, that's and especially if I'm not knowing what's going on with this coin here, ALCX. It seems to be holding up pretty good, but it is worrisome when it starts coming through these 786 lines, and then just it's basically looks like it's basically on life support at the moment, and I'm looking at 200. So I'm going to keep that on there, but it could be the floor could be at 315 here too as well for some action right there. So could I be wrong at this? Of course, definitely, and then it's always good to get a lot of an opinion from everybody. And but me, I just love to get the good sales. So if I'm looking for a good buy-in on this particular one, this is what I'm looking for right now. So, but yeah, this is Mr. Big Red signing out, and you always have a good evening.